Welcome, guys. So we have the last game that's going to be streamed today. It's between RBX versus Team WS from India, and RBX is from Bangladesh. I am Slayer Hex, and I have with me CA Lebu Nation, aka Lebu.
Yeah. Yep.
So after the exhilarating match, the 58-minute match that happened between RBX and the OGs, now RBX has to play against another pretty great team from India, which is Team White Shadow. So, Lebu, what do you think of the matchup?
I've seen White Shadow play against CJ. Like, I casted that match, and I have to say, like, White Shadow, they're very good at getting those early leads. Like, they have a very aggressive jungler in Jastiel, but the thing is, like, sometimes they don't know how to handle that aggression and they go way too ham. And that's what gave CJ the little mid-game spike that they needed, but in the end, the superior team fighting of White Shadow decided the game.
Yeah. But from that game, I think White Shadow made a substitution. They're not playing Vichy, they're playing FSN instead. So they have a little bit of change in the lineup. So yeah, we'll be interested to see what they do about it.
Yeah, we see that RVX banned the Misfortune and the Braum, like sneaky, and yeah, since they were a very strong bottling, like Braum Misfortune is a very strong combo. Misfortune just keeps ulting, the Braum's gonna shield her and disrupt anyone who tries to get near. That's a very dangerous combo, as we saw in the last game. And Zinjao, as usual, a common ban. And Jastiel is very deadly on that Lee Sin. He decides to go for the Jarvan again. And Riven and Shen are standard bans for Seeker.
Yeah, so basically they went for the Gragas. RB went for Gragas this time. Even though our Forest played 2 consecutive Shyvana games, now he said, I think it's time we scrap the Shyvana and just take something more utility based. You know, has more impact in team fights and in disengages. So the Gragas going in, and TMOV, or the man of VD, went for Vayne, and Seeker is hovering over the Malphite. So we have seen Vayne having a lot of impact in all of the matchups, especially if the game goes late. So yeah, but we do see Instalog Vladimir. I don't think everyone knows, but Vladimir is pretty strong.
Yeah,
as always. You can't kill him already. So I tried this one build with Vladimir, one mastery build with Vladimir. It's basically I go phase rush, and then I just run like the wind. No one can catch me.
Like, I see a very deadly engage from White Shadow. I mean, they love doing these hard engage comps. Like, they take the Jarvan, they take the Vladimir. Like, man, it could go either way. This Vladimir could go first, run in with that W, get that ultimate going, get that extra damage. Jarvan goes in, the team follows up. That's a lot of damage already on the carries. Or, alternatively, Jarvan could just go in with his Cataclysm, leaving everyone a very easy target for the Vladimir.
Yeah, but I like one pickup from White Shadow, which is kinda, I think it might be slightly overlooked.
While they keep doing this, like, it's very deadly.
I think one thing is slightly overlooked by them is the fact that they have a Tarek along with Vladimir. As we all know, what Vladimir does is simply he flanks. Vladimir's tend to flank in team fights rather than going straight front in, because Vladimirs are not very, they're not tanky. Vladimir is not very tanky. So he goes around, he circles around, he goes for the flanks, he gets some damage out, and then while he's taking damage, there's a Tarek out. Now I like that is pretty much a bit underlooked in my opinion, because Vladimir not taking damage and at the same time dealing a lot of damage is something to be alarmed about. So White Shadow has been going about their phase pretty well. The first phase has gone well for them, and now I want to see what they rounded up with, because they're still missing an AD carry.
I feel like they ooh, that's a very good pickup for White Shadow. I feel like the Twitch with his range can do a lot of damage very easily, while the Vladimir and the Jarvan hard engage. But I will have to say this though. I will have to question the Malphite ult. Like, why would you pick a Malphite into something like a Taric? Like, you see the Malphite ulting, if you've got them fast fingers, which I'm pretty sure that Synth does, you can just pop that ultimate, and that's a lot of damage negated. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just gold. What do I know?
Yeah.
Like,
So
we
Panda
see a
going
Thresh pickup from Panda. That means he wants that lane dominance. He's going to go for that lane dominance. But I am surprised with the Vayne pick, though. I feel like there were better AD carries that you could have gone for.
So no, they did pick the Vayne. That was a pretty good pick because Vayne is pretty strong right now. But one question I have in my mind is that Team WS had the opportunity to take an AD carry which could shove in the lane because Vayne's early game is pretty bad. So, but they go for Twitch, which has even worse laning phase than Vayne. So going for that means they have basically abandoned what they are going for. But I see an interesting development here. They insta-lock the Azir, which means the Vladimir is going top.
Yeah.
This is a big development because we were saying as if Vladimir was gonna go mid.
I was pretty sure that he was gonna go top, like Vladimir. I don't think it's a thing anymore.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I don't think it's a thing anymore. Like I haven't seen a Vladimir mid. Like I always see him play top.
No, I think Vladimir mid is still pretty strong. It's a lane. Vladimir is still pretty good in the mid lane and even in the top lane. But this adds. I think they had this idea that they wanted to flex something, and so they saw the Malphite, and then they already had, and then they have the opportunity to see what the opponent mid laner is going for. When they see that Cassiopeia, they thought, let's go. Let's send the Vladimir top. I think they had more leeway on that. So Vladimir top, I don't think it was premeditated, but I think they saw the matchup and then they said we can just go for this. We can just go for something else. And I think that was well drafted by them. I do like their draft because they have a lot of late game damage going forward. A Vladimir, an Azir, and the Twitch. And they're going to be firing on all cylinders. And while the blue team's comp looks nice, I have question marks about Cassiopeia because her damage doesn't seem as good as before.
I don't know. I think she's still pretty strong, provided she's in the hands of someone who knows how to play her. And as we all know, our number one RVX Shinichi does know how to play Cassiopeia. Like he's a very good Cassiopeia.
Yeah. So guys, yeah.
Yes.
Go on.
And the same for Thresh. Like Panda's a very good Thresh. He knows how to play those aggressive champs. So I feel like the Taric and the Twitch are going to be under a lot of pressure. And I feel like the Twitch pickup was kind of a response to the Vayne. Like, alright, fine, you're going for the late game Vayne. We're going for the I feel like they wanted to keep something in their hand for the late game too. Like, okay, you have a Vayne, fine, we have a Twitch. The Twitch scales as well.
But it's not just a Twitch that they should be afraid of. They should be worried about Azir because
Azir right now is so strong.
If anyone sees All Stars, Azir has been that one thing that was on everyone's mind. That an Azir is so strong right now that you have to think twice before you play something. You take a team fight because he has so much damage in team fights, and at the same time he has an ult which basically get everyone out of his face. So it should be a good response, but at the same time, there's a lot of things in play, and I think White Shadow thought about that. Let's just go for the late game. Their plan is full late game, is what I can see here. But the key will be the two junglers. Because this is that one game where I see both the junglers and I see, wow, they have really aggressive junglers. They have junglers that can make plays in the laning phase. Like Jarvan and Gragas, they're probably the two best early game junglers in my opinion. So it's going to be an interesting match.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So who do you think is going to win this match?
If I'm gonna look at the comps, I'm actually going to go for Team WS. I'm going to go for White Shadow. I think they have a really good comp going forward. I think they have one of the better late game team comps, because they have so much damage that they can do. They have a Nazir, they have a Vladimir, and they have a Twitch. And the only way, they can really RV can really do something against this team is if they can catch them off guard so that Tarek can't land an ult properly. The one question that RV should have is Tarek's ult, because Tarek's ult is literally like a disengage on its own. It's like, we are not winning this fight, let's reset. So with going with that is a very dangerous tool that Team WS has, the Tarek ult. So, and then we think about all of the engages they have, but the engages from Gragas Malphite have to be in such a situation that Tarek cannot respond. If Tarek responds, there is no way that engage works anymore. So they need to have good macro play in order to just take Team WS off guard and then just take the fights. Unless and until that, if it goes too late, I would give it to Team WS. What do you think?
I'm gonna dig deep, get some of that patriotism going, and I'm gonna go for RVX. Simply because I think that I think Panda and the Man of Beating will be able to overpower Sneaky and Synth and Lane.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're gonna win that bot lane, and number one's gonna. I don't think he's gonna smash that hard, but I feel like he's gonna do reasonably well, scale into the late game, and we all know what a late game Cassiopeia can do.
Yeah, but we shouldn't overlook Azir as well. So yeah, so we can see that there will be a 5-on-5 here, and Ranopini gets caught.
And that was a 3-man stun for the Tarek. He gets first blood. Those are some spam going on for us.
They're going after it. There's a flash going
Flash
down.
auto expunge, but that will be a flash heal from
there was also
number
a heal.
one.
So many summoners have been blown that, but there are more summoners blown on the side of RV. No, they're about the same summoner count, but we do see Vladimir down with both his summoners. So that might be a lane that Gragas now thinks about. Okay, I can go there because Vladimir doesn't have much.
Right.
But
this is what I think is going to happen. Just he goes for these early engages a lot because he just wants to get that summoner. He wants a lane without summoner. He's going to camp that lane. So I think that he's either going to go very hard into forest jungle, or he's going to focus the Cassiopeia or the bot lane.
Yeah,
like he's going to go very hard on those lanes, since I really don't think top has that much kill pressure.
Okay, so we do see Gragas taking his red, and now Team WS did had vision over that, so they know that Gragas has just done his red, and Forest probably wanted to get a gank early, but
but the
looks to be walking away. Yeah, so like Team WS really won that level 1 because they not only did they get a kill, they get some vision, they know where the Gragas is going. And the Gragas just took one camp while Jarvan will be hitting level 3 after this red buff is done. So look for him to go in a lane. Look for him to go into a lane, and he did smite it, and he is now level 3 with full HP. I am looking that Jarvan might go to the top lane or to the red. Yeah, he's actually going top. I thought he was going to go to blue for the second, but there is a gank setting up. Seeker is in big trouble. A lot of damage being blown. The flash got blown. He really wanted the kill, but the kill doesn't go, and Jarvan takes 3 turret shots and now has to.
And he's just gonna get the
Yeah, but this is very good for the Vladimir. The Vladimir, he's already winning lane already because Malphite can't really contest him. And now you see all of that, and now we can see that a lot of aggression coming from the Twitch and the Tarek. But this might be Twitch's last time that Twitch engages, and now Twitch is dead. And they want another kill, but probably that is not possible. So that was a bit of more over aggression from them. I think they could have just backed off once Vayne got out of range, but they still pressed on, which I don't think they should have done. They should have just backed off.
Yep.
And now we can see that, but we do see Vayne having a huge CS lead right now. But they have caught Forest snooping around in their jungle, so Forest has to now. Forest is opting to go back to base. And we can see that now everything else just calms down for a second.
Yep.
And Vladimir currently just focusing to push the waves, Jarvan clearing the wards. And we can see a bit of trading in the mid lane, but not much. But I am expecting that Jarvan will come for a return gank in the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, you have a Malphite, you have an immobile champion without a flash, why wouldn't you go to that top lane?
Yeah, exactly. I think that is something that people should look at, like, okay, let's go there.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, so you see Jarvan walking up, he's probably... This will be a hard gank to get out of if you're the Malphite.
Yeah, because he doesn't have his flash at the moment, so it'll be really tough for him.
Yep. We'll see how it goes.
So, yeah, so far, you know, the goals are dead even, but I think it's because the Twitch was behind in yes quite a bit, but now he has overcome that. But I think it'll just go back and forth for them. And this would be a bad situation for the Twitch. The Twitch wants to back off, the flash being blown, and the hook misses, so Twitch just walks out safely.
That was some very good stuff. That was some very good.
If the hook landed, that was a kill.
Yep.
So the kill's not being taken. The kill wasn't secured at the end, and Twitch just backs off. Has to be a bit safe. You know, they still have a very good safety net in the late game, so just go for that. And trading going on in the mid lane as usual.
Yep. See that Vladimir is coming back with his revolver.
Damage in the top lane.
Yeah, Vladimir's got his revolver. He's going to be looking to poke down the Malphite.
Yeah, but it's going to be tough. He doesn't have enough damage yet. So he'll just whittle it down because he has enough. he has enough health.
And they're going in for another engage with the double play. Forest is here too. They're looking to get the Tarek. They probably will. And they do.
So the Tarek has to go down.
And the hook on the Twitch misses.
Yeah. They look forward to that, and they are all in by Vladimir. Vladimir really wants this. He might get it, I think. He really might get it because it's and he flashes and just gets it.
Yep. That was very well played by Vladimir.
But this might be a bad situation for Forest, but Jarvan does not want to go in because they don't know where the Cassiopeia is.
Yep.
And there's a bit of trading going between both ADCs. Looks like Twitch Twitch was winning out, but then Vayne came in with his damage, and we can see more damage coming from the Cassiopeia. But that was a very good ulti.
That was a
And
very good
both had
ulti.
to dash out, and so much trading going on in the mid lane, and someone else also being used. Like, yeah, that was well played by Azir. You know.
Yeah.
Going for the E and then flashing and then getting Cassiopeia in there. They wanted that kill, but Azir sniffing it out and just going back.
Walking back, yeah.
They really want to get the Vayne, but it seems it's not going their way. This might be a bad situation for Jarvan, and Jarvan has to flash out.
Ooh, that was a very good E from Forest. Cancels the Jarvan EQ. That was timed perfectly by Forest.
Yeah. That was really well timed by Forest.
Yeah, and he forced the Jarvan to flash.
Yeah. So we can see in the top lane that Vladimir is just saying, I'll just farm. It's not like he can really kill the Vlad. He can really, you know, whittle down the Malphite without his ult. So he'll just stick to farming until all his cooldowns are there. He has the items, and then he will just push that top lane, and it'll be really bad for Malphite as the game goes on.
Yeah.
We can see Jarvan, you know, in that river taking the Scuttle Crab, and wants to get a gank in the mid lane. He does come in, but CVG is already far behind. But that was a missed ult by CVG, one that that was unexpected. He still ulted for some reason. I don't think the ult was necessary.
That was much too hand from the seal. I feel like he should have done that.
I don't think he should have ulted. We can see there's a flash out.
There's a flash ulti, the E will land, and that is a dead Azir. That was very well played by Seeker. When he knows the opportunities there, he just pops his flash, gets the ult. Seeker and he force lands his E, and that's a dead Azir. Simple.
And I think these are some small mistakes that White Team White Shadow are doing. So I don't think they should do those mistakes, but the Vayne pops the ult. A TP is coming in, but I think he should cancel the cancel. You can see there's a fight in the top lane as well. But Vayne takes a lot of damage. But this might be a dead carry right now.
And that will be a dead tag. And Shinichi in the bot lane is definitely going to get the kill, or will he?
But I don't think
and he will not. Fitz just fell out of there.
Okay, again, there are some just small mistakes that are going on. They're overextending a bit too much.
Yeah, they're getting some good chip damage onto the turret. Almost down to half health, but Jarvan looking to come in from behind, decides not to.
Yeah, Jarvan wanted to, but I think Jarvan just decided that I shouldn't do that yet. He's just gonna go and clear that wall.
And Puch comes back with his Berserker's Greaves compared to Vayne's already BF sword. So that is slightly concerning. I mean, that's gonna be a lot of damage from the Vayne.
Yeah, the Twitch is pretty behind right now, so
it was going 17 saves.
Yeah, he just has to farm up now because he doesn't have a bad late game. He just has to keep up there so that he gets those CS, he gets those farm going before they can just go for a kill.
Yeah, become the late game monster the Twitches are.
Yeah, so Twitch really wants this kill, and I don't think Cassiopeia knows yet. There's a Twitch waiting in the midst.
we see Malphite moving down too. He senses that something's gonna happen in mid lane.
And they just
Horse
noticed
is there.
that.
Ooh, and he misses the EQ. And they decide to walk off.
Yeah. And now Twitch and Tariq should just walk off to the bot lane. They do not want to surrender that turret yet. The first turret gold is going to be a huge boost for RV, so I don't think they want to give it up just yet.
I think Jarvan's looking for a lane gank, but he's been spotted by that ward that's placed. So that was a very good ward, actually.
Yeah. They do know that a lane gank might be coming, so
Let's just see who decides to walk off.
yeah.
Leash that.
Yeah, no need to go super ham on it, but this is something that might be a problem. But the Tariq ult is there, but Tariq I think will still be taken down.
Yep, he's gone. And we see Jarvan here to back up any dives on the Twitch. Alright.
Yeah, a lot of proactive play coming from RB because they recognize that they do have a winning matchup in the bot lane, so just capitalize on it. And Forrest has been in the map, you know, he's been doing
applying decent pressure, following up.
Yeah, they did want to get the Gragas, but the Gragas noticed that someone was in the brush, and Vladimir just dealing a bit of damage. It'll be really hard for Vladimir to deal damage now because he does have most of the spirit research completed. Yep. So it'll be tough for him.
Yeah, Vladimir with protocol isn't really going to do much against Malphite.
Yeah, because the spirit research early is a good pickup for them, and now Vladimir we can see that he is picking up the Zonias soon enough. So. Yep. But still, it doesn't help Malphite to the extent that, you know, if the lane is all right for him or not, because he's still going to lose. It's still a losing lane for him. He can't really fight the Vladimir. So
yeah, the Vladimir is just going to have his way.
Yeah, the Vladimir is just going to have his way. Yeah. Yeah, the top lane has been bad for him, and he tried to stop the recall, but it didn't work. We can see Vayne trying to take down that turret, and they do have a hook onto Tariq to just sway him. And they do get the first turret, and we can see that there's something going in the top. There might be something going down in the top lane.
Yeah, you see Drasil and Vladimir waiting there.
Yeah, they do go in, but
then it's not worth it. They know that Malphite has heals. Getting Malphite with health is very hard.
And he does have a free wizard already, so now they'll just take the Ocean Drake for free.
Yep.
So RV takes the first dragon of the game and the first turret of the game. And they have 3,000 gold lead right now. But it would have been more, but the Vladimir has been having his way. He is ahead by 50 CS, and the ult being used by Azir, but that did not really work.
Shame.
So now we can see that RV's bot lane is rotating up the top side, and they should know it now that the Vayne and the Thresh have gone to the top lane.
Yeah, standard.
Yeah, it's standard lane. But this might be a bad situation for the Azir. But the outfit is from Ethiopia. And this turns into a bad situation for them all of a sudden. And now they have jumped onto the
very good platform.
And there's a top lane fight as well. The Tarek also goes down, but Tarek might be dead. And the EQ lands onto Gragas. They want more kills. Twitch comes in and takes down
the Gragas.
Fresh.
Seeker doing some nasty damage to that Twitch.
This might that outplayed by Vladimir.
God, that was very well played. He knew he was ahead and he just went for it. My goodness. Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a sweet outplay by Vladimir. That was a sweet outplay.
That was very well played.
And we can see Fresh trying to hook the Jarvan, but that didn't quite work as planned. And now they just want to back out because they do not want to fight anymore. They had a good fight. They had some gold returned back to them, and now the gold lead is 1.6. And just some ward battles going on, warding, just clearing out the wards, getting some vision. Cassiopeia taking the blue, and
standard stuff, nothing too flashy.
Yeah.
You see some wards being cleared by Forest.
We do see a lot of wards on that top side from the blue team, and that's a chunk of damage taken down by Vladimir. So Vladimir already has two. Vladimir already has 2 items, so that's a Vladimir you need to be fearful of now, because he already has the Protobus and the Zhonya's.
Yep.
We can see that there are 4 members of Team White Shadow in the top lane, and Malphite meanwhile is going to the bot side, so probably Vladimir should move down there when he can.
And the Azir forced to get out of there from that trade with Cassiopeia.
Yeah, he doesn't want to trade right now. I think he'd be better off not trading. So.
And we see a ball is coming out.
Yeah, and we do see 3 members of White Shadow are going up, going to the top side.
Yep.
But the game is going pretty well. Like, there is...
Both teams are more or less equal. Slight gold difference. It'll all come down to those big Baron team fights around the mid turrets and stuff, yeah. We'll just have to wait and see what happens till then. I will point out though that Jusil did not have the pressure that he had in the previous games that I've seen him play. He's usually this very early, very aggressive jungler, and I feel like that just did not work out because of RBX's vision control. And Forrest just knew, like, he was counter ganking, he was applying a lot of pressure, he was getting successful ganks off when the Jarvan could not. That did for RBX. And the game has been unpaused.
Yeah. So.
And paused again.
And unpaused.
Ah, yes.
We can see that Vladimir is chasing them, but
yeah,
they got wind of it pretty early.
A lot of wards to be cleared out there.
Yeah. And so many zombie wards also spawned. The
Yeah,
zombie ward has been an incredible addition. Like,
yeah,
the zombie wards help
a lot.
Especially for the junglers.
Junglers and supports both should have like zombie wards are just so good right now.
Yeah, he just took the vision game up a notch. So yeah. We do see Malphite is just pushing the top lane alone, and that is a pretty big wave, but WS put all their resources in the top lane to get their first turret of the game. And we can see TP coming
up from Vladimir.
So now Vladimir can just go safely to the bot lane, and Twitch can just farm out the top lane under his turret. So they just wanted that top turret as fast as possible, which they did, and now Twitch should have it easy. But we do see a red top steal
from Forest. He knew that Twitch was there, and he just smited it away.
And again, now it's hard for Malphite again because Vladimir is there. Because Vladimir playing against the Vladimir with someone who can't really outtrade him is it's pretty bad for. It's really good for Vladimir, but really bad for anyone who's against him. But we do see there might be an engagement.
Going in with the stealth, I don't think they know the guys as they do.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna give up the turret now.
Yeah, no point.
They just don't want to fight.
For that. Yeah,
they just don't want to fight right now. Just give up the turret.
I feel like as long as the longer the game goes on, the longer it goes in the favor of RB. That Vayne is going to reach a monstrous far spike, and so is the Cassiopeia. She already has her AJ Archangel staff, which is almost stacked. So with that Thirst Embrace and that Abyssal, now she's going to be doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, we do see Vladimir still farming up. Already has almost 70 CS lead over Malphite.
Yeah.
And probably thinking of doing a Flame Horizon. If anyone doesn't know who doesn't know what a Flame Horizon is, Flame Horizon means when you have 100 CS
above
more than your opponent.
Yep. Yeah. Popularized by Flame, who always used to just shit
always
on
just used to
so
do that
bad
with top lane.
Yeah, he was so good back in the day.
Yeah, he's still good.
Yeah, he's still pretty good.
Yeah. So yeah, seeing how the situation right now, RB do have 2 turrets, thus having the goal lead of 1.5k, but they aren't pretty far behind. They're just taking down turrets after turrets, wards after wards. But the vision game has been very impactful because they're just putting down wards and clearing them out just to create some vision so that they can get that advantage. And we can see an engage in the mid lane, but nothing much happens. But Vayne does take a lot of damage, so RV probably has to back off right now.
Yeah.
We do see that they're just going for that mid lane turret now, RV, because that's the only outer turret that's left, and we can see Twitch going to the top lane, taking out that farm. So this might be one of those points when
That's a good
yeah, but it's a Vladimir, you can't do much to him anyways. Azir had to go to the top lane, and they might just force that turret down, and they do. So RB picks up the last outer turret on the red team side, and now they might be looking for getting some vision onto the Baron, because the Baron has spawned. So since they have a Cassiopeia and a Vayne, they might start it anytime soon, but they do start it. They are already going for the Baron start.
He knows that this is going on. Will he be able to make a steal? He did make a steal in his last match against CJ.
And we do see that There was a flank by Quick, but now Jarvan went in and now they're 1v1 and suddenly a lot of damage, 2 people go down, and this is bad for Team WS. Team WS can take it down, but Azir is dealing a bunch of damage right now. Azir wants to take one for the team. The Baron doesn't go down, but it's a 2 for 3 in favor of RV. But there was a lot of low HP members on RV. So yeah. RV did survive with a skin of their teeth, and they're just gonna take a turret. WS is gonna take a turret as well. So it was not as bad as we initially thought.
Yeah, because
did get something out of it.
WS failed that Baron stealer, failed that engage, and RV had the Baron. That would have meant a lot more pressure. Like with the Malphite splitting that bot lane, you have a lot of pressure in the mid lane with the rest of the 4 members or the 3 members and someone else going top. And the Baron empowered minions, those are going to be a lot of pressure on all of your turrets. I feel like WS didn't really. I feel like they profited from that, even if they did lose more members.
Yeah, they lost more members, but they got the mid outer turret. And they got some more control. But I think we can expect that they might go for the Baron once again. So
True.
They are all near the Baron bit.
I feel like they're just trying to bait the Baron for now. They're trying to get White Shadow into a bad position.
But they do know that they might start. But they are starting it again.
Yep.
And round 2.
Trying to chunk out Seeker. Seeker just launches there.
Yeah, they're just going in! And this time the Tyrant comes into sync. And now they want another fight. That is a lot of damage.
Seeker getting caught in a bad position. Seeker gets taken down. Fane gets taken down.
And this might be Baron for them. I think they can just go for the Baron, but Forest is stranded all alone. And I think he might be taken down just as a consolation prize. And
yep, they should be getting Forest now. I wonder if they're actually
Forest just goes down, and now this might be Baron time. This might be really Baron time. Yeah, this might be Baron time.
They're definitely.
I don't think no one can contest. I don't like.
Yeah, with the Azir, the Vladimir, and the Twitch, they're gonna burn this Baron fast. There's no chance that anyone from RV gets here and takes that.
And there's another pickup by
Cassiopeia gets insect into the team. My goodness.
That was a great pickup by Azir. Azir just saw that Cassiopeia and I'm going in.
Yeah, he saw that chance. He did the sure.
I'm going in.
And he just put Cassiopeia into the worst position she could ever be in, and that Cassiopeia.
Now they're just trying to take this mid turret down, and they do.
Yep, it's gonna drop any second now. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so they just got the Baron. They won a team fight. They took the mid lane inner turret, and now we can say that they're in the driving seat. This, this is what I kind of alluded to during when the game was starting with Spectre Delay, that I'm leaning towards Team White Shadow because their team comp looks like.
I see what you're trying to say here. I feel like the team comp works better too.
Yeah, I feel like it looks like they just won that fight. They won the fight.
They do. I think they do just win the straight up 5v5.
I think one thing we didn't credit last fight was the Tarek. The Tarek altered instantly. They wanted to engage.
Altered instantly, and Jarvan just went in with the Tarek because they couldn't do anything for him.
And Jarvan was that while they were taking the Cloud Drake. Team WS went to the top lane, and now they're like, we're gonna take the
another free turret for them. No opposition from RBF. They're just gonna keep pushing.
Yeah. And it looks like they want to push forward, and there's a lot of damage going on to Cassiopeia, and they are just powerless against him. And the Caracal goes down. Jarvan is saved by the Caracal, and we can see this going down. Aziz with a double kill. Jarvan kicking them down, and now Cassiopeia, the only survivor left. A great jump by Cassiopeia, but it's a little too late for them. So, and now they'll take the inhibitor and the inhibitor, and they might push for the game. They might push for the game. They are pushing for the game.
Just let me say this, like, that was a superb ult from Derek. He ulted at the right time, protected all of his carries, protected his jungler, and he just did his job very well.
Yeah, this might be game, guys.
And this probably is game. That's the Nexus is going down, that's good damage under the Nexus, and that is the Nexus.
It just took 2 fights. It just took 2 fights to just take them over, and I expected the game to go a little longer because Team White Shadow were scaling pretty far up, and they just ended it to the point when they just got a simple lead. They just like, we're just gonna take this right now.
Yep.
Okay. So guys, this is the last stream for today. The rest of the more matches will be coming tomorrow. So stay tuned in Facebook. We'll be posting in the groups, and do check out the streams tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching today, and this is a signing off.
Yep. Goodbye.